I'm Dr. Judy, and this is, well, in my opinion. Today we're asking the question, how early is too early to get married?
Whenever my wife got married the first time, because that caused us a lot of problems.
It should be illegal to get married in your 20s.
Yeah.
I was 19.
25 is the age that you can rent a car, right?
Yeah.
It's 25 and up.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good age for married. Because a corporation is entrusting you with their car that's not yours. I think that's when you can start to get married.
Yeah, if you can't even rent a car, you shouldn't be able to get married.
I'm sorry, if Enterprise doesn't trust you, neither do I, you know? I also think that it's a good idea to get married a couple times. So, babe, this has been really nice. But
third time's a charm.
this is my first, so I'm gonna
Test ride.
I'm just gonna go, get an upgrade. So wait, you were 19?
19.
How did I not know this?
I don't know. We've been together for
12 years?
12 years?
You were 19 when you got married.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? You weren't thinking.
See, you don't even get your prefrontal cortex until you're, 25?
Just like these days, you have to prove you don't have COVID to get places, right? You need to prove your prefrontal cortex is grown.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to rent a car. Then you can get married.
You don't know who you are when you're younger, in your 20s, right? You don't know what you want. You think you know what you want.
Yeah.
But it changes a lot in your 20s.
Your 20s are
your 20s you grow. Like
it's your dog
each
years.
you gain
Each year is like
10
7 years. Yeah. I don't think there should ever be an age that's too old to get married because I really don't like it when I hear someone over 55 say they have a boyfriend. Like if I hear a woman go, "Oh yeah, me and my boyfriend," I'm like, "You're 62."
It does sound weird.
Don't say boyfriend.
Just skip the boyfriend. Just get married.
Yeah, you got someone to pay attention to. You
Yeah.
guys should probably just get married.
Yeah.
You know.
That's me.
Getting canceled for that one.
Statistically speaking, be careful of getting married before you're ready. There is one divorce every 36 seconds in the United States. And the most common age range for a failed marriage, not surprising, it's 20 to 24 years old, with 37% of those marriages ending in a divorce. So what's the sweet spot? According to the data, the age range with the longest lasting marriage is 28 to 32 years old.
I don't think that there's an exact age where it's too early or it's appropriate to get married, but I do think that there's too young of an age. And that's, I think, any time before you're maybe 23, 24. If I look at my first serious relationship when I was 19, 20 years old, I am not attracted to that kind of person anymore because I changed so much as a person. So if I married them like that young when they wanted to get married, I would be miserable because you need to figure out who you are in order to figure out what kind of person you want to spend your one and only life with. And if you get married when you're, say, at 22 years old, then you're not really giving yourself that time to figure out what it is that you want.
And like my mom got married to her first husband when she was 22. I think she says mainly because her dad was dying. And she's like, I want to get married before my dad, like I want my dad at my wedding. And she knew, I think she says like in the back of her head, she knew it wasn't right when he asked her to marry her. And she was like, yeah, I need like my dad to know I'm happy before he dies. So I think like she rushed into it too early because of circumstances.
Our generation is a lot different from previous generations.
Absolutely.
Because my parents just celebrated their 47th wedding anniversary.
Aww.
And they're high school sweethearts. They've been together since
so cute.
I know, they're perfect. It's disgusting. But yeah, they've been dating since my mom was 15 and my dad was 17.
Mm-hmm.
They got married when she turned 18. They are so insanely in love with each other still.
That's so cute.
After almost 50 years of marriage. And
That's
it's
wild.
so cute to see, but it was also a different generation where our generation, it's like we've progressed in so many different ways. Even as far as, females, like we are taking on a way different role nowadays of being career driven instead of in the 50s where it's like, okay, like, the responsibilities of a woman are to get married and like keep the house tidy and just be a homemaker.
Right.
You know?
We're allowed to be more independent. I think it's like where back then it was like, you better get married quick because you don't know if you're going to be able to support yourself, so you better find a man.
Yeah.
And now it's like half the guys I know, I'm like, you wouldn't be able to support me.
The average age of getting married keeps rising.
It's like instead of getting married young and then being miserable and getting divorced, it's now people can, at least I hope, can feel like they have more time to find the right marriage instead of like
Exactly.
just rushing into anything when they're young.
I mean, and I really admire all of my friends who are not on their third marriage that got married to their high school or college sweetheart.
Yeah.
And they're still so in love and happy, and they have 3 kids, and they're, you know, a young mom and a young dad. And I'm like, I admire that, and it's so beautiful, but I wouldn't trade what I did during that time
For anything.
for anything, let alone like to like, I wouldn't switch lives with them. I can admire it from afar, but you couldn't pay me to get married as young as those people did, you know?
Because you would have missed out on all that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it worked for them. They're super in love still, and I think it's great, but I also think that is a rarity.
There's no perfect age to get married, it's just whenever you're ready. And the most important thing is that you're doing what's right for you instead of what your friends are doing or what your family expects of you, because no one can rush you through that process. And oftentimes when I talk to people about when they knew it was the right time to get married, they talk about it coming down to the person. It wasn't about an age, it wasn't necessarily about a stage of life, it was about the fact that they met somebody that they wanted to make that commitment to. I'm Dr. Judy, and this has been, well, in my opinion. Like and subscribe below. This episode is brought to you by Giddy, the source of sexual health and wellness news and information. If you have any sexual health or wellness questions, go to getmegiddy.com.